Do you ever feel like you're checking all the boxes everyone else thinks you should want, but something's still missing? Maybe you've built what looks like success on paper, the title, the salary, the recognition, but you wake up every morning wondering, is this really it? Or maybe you know there's something more fulfilling out there, but the security of what you have now feels too important to risk. You watch others who seem to have found their path to real fulfillment, while you're stuck in what you think is expected of you rather than what energizes you. Today, I'm not just sharing four powerful keys to design your own fulfillment. I'm also sharing my own story of how I left my role as a vice president to build a business that gives me total freedom and fulfillment. Because sometimes the most powerful strategies come from someone who's walked the exact path you're considering. Last week in our self awareness episode, click the link above to watch. We explored how to uncover what truly matters to you and understand your authentic desires. Today, we're taking that self awareness to the next level. Because here's what I've discovered in my own journey: knowing yourself is just the beginning. The real transformation happens when you use that knowledge to intentionally design a life that reflects your deepest values and creates genuine fulfillment. Welcome to Fulfillment Fridays, where we explore how to create alignment between your purpose and your path to fulfillment. I'm Ann Jones, and today we're diving into how to design your own path to real fulfillment, the kind that energizes you from the inside out rather than just looking good from the outside. I want to share four powerful keys that will help you create your path to real fulfillment. Number one is discovering what matters most. This is your foundation for making decisions that align with your authentic self. Here's what this looks like. Identify the moments when you feel most alive and energized, not just productive, but genuinely fulfilled by what you're doing. Examine the gap between what you say matters and how you actually spend your time and energy each day. Question the shoulds in your life. Which expectations are truly yours versus what others have placed on you? And create a clear picture of what fulfillment means to you, not what society or your industry defines as achievement. Now, let's build on this foundation with intentional action. Number two is creating your legacy. This is how you define the impact you want to make and the person you want to become. Here's what this includes. Envision the difference you want to make in other people's lives. What change do you want to be known for creating? Consider what you want people to say about you, how you showed up in the world when you're no longer here. Identify the values you want to model for the people who matter most to you, especially if you're a parent or mentor. And design work that serves something greater than just your own advancement or financial gain. Number three is growing your way. This is your approach to personal and professional development that honors who you are. Here's what this means. Commit to learning and growing in areas that genuinely interest you rather than just what's expected in your field. Seek mentors and communities that support your authentic path, not just your current role or industry. Invest in skills and experiences that build the life you actually want, even if they don't fit traditional career advancement. And create accountability systems with people who believe in your vision and will challenge you to stay true to it. And number four is living in balance. This is how you integrate all areas of your life so they support rather than compete with each other. Here's what this means. Design your work schedule and commitments around your energy patterns and personal priorities. Create boundaries that protect what matters most while still allowing you to make the impact you want. Build flexibility into your life so you can be present for the moments and relationships that truly matter. and regularly evaluate whether your choices are moving you toward or away from the life you actually want to live. Let me show you how these four keys transform my own life. Because this isn't just theory. This is exactly how I redesigned my entire career and created the fulfillment I'd been searching for. This isn't just another success story. This is proof that these four keys work even when the stakes feel incredibly high. I was a definition of what society calls successful. Vice President of Strategy and Growth, MBA, climbing the corporate ladder, significant salary, recognized as a thought leader within my industry. I had checked every box that everyone else thought I should want, all while raising my daughter as a sole parent and building what looked like an impressive career on paper. But I woke up every morning with this growing sense of emptiness and dread, wondering, is this really it? Is this what I worked so hard for? I was spending long hours transforming the organization I worked for, achieving goal after goal, but it wasn't fulfilling. Let me take you back about a decade because that's really where my transformation began. Picture this: I'm in my 30s, a single mom, and sitting there thinking, what do I actually want to do with my life? What do we want to do when we grow up, right? It's the same question. It just comes back later. I mean, I'd been working, I'd been successful, but something was missing. So I made the decision to go back to college. Can you imagine? Here I am with a newborn, juggling everything, but I knew I needed to figure out what was next for me and set an example for my daughter. I spent those years in college really thinking deeply about what I wanted to do when I graduated. I wanted to seize the opportunity to just start to design my own life instead of just following someone else's path, the path that I had been on. I kept coming back to this one thing. I wanted to help people. That was it. Simple, but powerful. I looked at my background, business development, operations, HR, and I thought, how can I use all of this to actually help people? That's when it clicked. After I graduated with my bachelor's degree in 2014, I knew exactly where I needed to go: recruiting and staffing. It was a perfect way to combine everything I'd learned with this desire to make a real difference in people's lives. And for years, that's exactly what I did. I was helping professionals, clients with growing successful businesses, and candidates by coaching them through achieving their dreams, helping them make those dreams reality with their next career choice. I was good at it. I was making an impact, but you know what? I still wasn't feeling fulfilled. Was I achieving in my career? Absolutely. But that deeper fulfillment, it was still lacking. Then in 2018, I attended my first Unleash the Power Within event with Tony Robbins. Let me tell you, that was a game changer. I went back in 2019 for another UPW. And after those two events, I knew I needed my own coach. I finally understood the importance of having someone to hold you accountable, someone to help get you from where you are to where you want to be. Through those Tony Robbins events and building an incredible network of professionals in that environment, I discovered something that blew my mind. All these limits I thought I had, they were only in my head. They weren't real. I had so many limiting beliefs that I just collected through my life that were impacting everything in my life. This realization started a whole process of really digging deep, being self aware about what energized me versus what drained me, what I actually wanted to do, and what aligned with my values, not just checking boxes that everyone else expected. I started looking back at all those years in corporate leadership across multiple industries. And you know what I realized? It was always the same moments that lit me up when I was helping and coaching other people. That's when I felt most alive, most purposeful. In January 2020, I attended an event with a coach and some other people in the Tony Robbins community. I came back from that event, and within a few weeks, I opened my coaching business. I was working on my coaching business part time while I was still in my corporate role, with the goal to eventually leave the corporate world and turn my coaching business into my full time venture. The transition from corporate took longer than I wanted. several years actually, because of the excuses I made. Always reasons to put it off. The security of that significant corporate paycheck. It felt too important to risk. But here's the thing, a breaking point finally came at the end of last year when I realized I was no longer aligned with the organization I was working for and no longer wanted to be someone else's employee. So I burned the boats and made the full time transition to my coaching business. Through attending Tony Robbins events, absorbing his teachings, and having a robust support network, as well as working with various coaches over the years, I have seen countless others living fulfilling lives by setting their own pace and making their own path. This realization has taught me that I can achieve all of that too by following my own path to fulfillment rather than following the expectations of others. So I started designing my own path using these four keys. Through discovering what matters most, I realized my corporate career wasn't aligning with my core values. I was having an impact on the company I worked for, but I wasn't having the type of people impact that was most important to me. And I was missing the flexibility and time to build a deeper, authentic connection with my daughter during her teenage years. By creating my legacy, I completely redefined what success meant to me. It wasn't about titles or traditional markers anymore. It was about making a meaningful difference in people's lives while showing my daughter what it looks like to follow your own fulfillment. With Growing My Way, I committed to developing my coaching skills and building a business that gives me tremendous flexibility, allowing me to be present for what truly matters. The Tony Robbins community has shown me what is possible when you work with a coach and have a real accountability. And through living in balance, I completely redesigned my career. I traded those corporate demands for a coaching business that serves a greater purpose, creating the flexibility to spend quality time with my daughter while making the impact I'd always wanted to make with others. What started as feeling successful on paper, but left me completely unfulfilled, became this incredible career transformation. I went from dreading the energy drain of corporate demands to waking up every day excited about the impact I'm making. And now I make it a point to take several weeks out of the year to contribute and give back to the Tony Robbins community as a member of the crew and soon to be senior leader. Because of the incredible impact that community continues to make on my journey, I want to give back. That's why I know firsthand the power of having a coach to help you see what's possible and guide you from where you are to where you want to be. This transformation didn't happen overnight, but using these four keys gave me a roadmap from feeling successful on paper to living with genuine fulfillment. Now I want to show you how exactly to apply this same four keys in your own life. But first, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share these insights and my story with you this week. If you found value in today's episode, I would love your help in reaching others who might benefit from this message. A simple like or subscribe would mean so much, and it helps the YouTube algorithm spread these insights to more people. Now, time to turn insight into action. Here's exactly how to use these four keys to start designing your own fulfillment. Number one, what activities or moments make you feel most alive and energized? Number two, what legacy do you want to create through your work and relationships? Number three, what skills or experiences would you invest in if you knew you couldn't fail? And number four, what would need to change in your current life to create a better balance and alignment? Designing your fulfillment isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to start asking the right questions and taking aligned action. If you're nodding along to any of this, I'd love to explore how we can work together to design your path to real fulfillment. Click the link in the description below to learn more about coaching options and support for your journey. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter for weekly insights and resources to support your fulfillment journey. The link is also in the description below. Share in the comments below Which of these four keys resonates most with your current situation? And what's one small step you could take this week to start designing your own fulfillment? I read every comment and I can't wait to hear your thoughts. See you next Friday for more insights and inspiration.